One fine day in the middle of the night, two dead boys got up to fight. Back to back they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other. A deaf policeman heard the noise and came and shot both of the boys. If you don't believe this joke is true, ask the blind man. He saw it too. Kind of stumbled there a little bit. I liked that. I was reading some jokes online, trying to find something good, and I came across that. And apparently that's a joke, but it's not really a joke, I wouldn't say. What is a joke, and I think it's hilarious, is the Macaulay Culkin, Ryan Gosling thing. Apparently there was a picture. If you haven't heard of this, I'm sure you have. There was a picture of, I know it was trending on Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, you probably saw it. There was a picture of Ryan Gosling wearing a Macaulay Culkin shirt from Home Alone. Well, Macaulay Culkin got a shirt of Ryan Gosling wearing the Macaulay Culkin shirt. Now, Ryan Gosling has made a shirt of Macaulay Culkin wearing the Ryan Gosling shirt wearing the Macaulay Culkin shirt. I believe that's the stage they're at this point. That's hilarious to me. Like, neither of those actors do anything for me, but I think that's funny. I think that's really funny, and they should just keep going with it and going with it. I think I want to do that too, with just pictures of me in different positions and different, I don't know. Maybe you could hold up letters so in each one there's a new letter or something like that. I don't know, but I like that idea. I think I'd like to make a shirt of that. Would you like to make a shirt of that? Well, I banged out 2 short episodes earlier. Should I be using that term, banged out? I probably shouldn't. I should probably find... I whipped out. No. I yanked out. Alright, now I'm just being ridiculous. I know. It was a good day today. It was really nice out. It was gray and overcast and, like, cool and awesome. I love those days. I wish I could... I mean, I like sunny days, too, that you can do things on, but to me, my favorite kind of day is a gray day. And, I mean, you want to throw some thunderstorms in there and seal the deal, that's cool. But the days that it doesn't rain are really nice, too, because especially in the summer when you get those days. Like today, like yesterday, it hit 90, I think. And the humidity was crazy. Today, the humidity was lower. The temperature was like 30 degrees cooler. It was like, I think it was like 65. Well, let's see what the high and low today was. Actually, now it's probably hotter than it was all day, which sucks. I have an idea for a new set, too, by the way. Apparently it hit 86 and the low was 64 today, but I don't believe that, because either that or there was no humidity, because it was beautiful today. It's like 70-something now. I'll take it. You know what? It's not that bad right now. I complain a lot about the weather on here, don't I? At work tonight at Givens Books in Little Dickens in Lynchburg, Virginia. We're redoing our space room. It's been a space room, a dinosaur room, a pirate room. It's changed around a bit, but Danny got these, my boss, this glowing, it must be about 18-inch cube. It's LED, and you can change it if it pulses or flashes or strobe, or you can make it go really slow, the transition between colors. So what I was thinking about doing was stripping the office down. I'm going to be doing this soon anyway. I can feel it coming. It's going to be this week or next week on a cool day. Stripping this whole wall down, taking everything out of here, books, toys, everything, desks, and then I'd really like to paint that wall. Even if I don't paint any other walls, I think I'm going to paint that one. And I'm thinking more of like a screeny green, so if I ever decide to do something like that. But I want to do some kind of pattern too. Like in our bedroom, I paint a lot. Like we change the colors of rooms. Not a lot, but often. Like especially for the kids' rooms. Like the kids have a cool superhero painted room right now. Like I don't know if I've ever posted pictures. I'll have to put pictures up here sometime. And I know I've described the room in another video, so I'm not going to go over it again. But nonetheless, I feel like it at least appeases my desire to move a little bit when I can change things around. That's why my whole life I've done this. My mother was like that too. Rearranging rooms. I'd go to school, the whole house would be rearranged. My bedroom would be in a different room. Like, I don't know. I guess it's something to occupy the time too. for her at least. But for me, I just love having a new room. Like, and adding color to a room, a new color to a room, really changes things. Whether you go darker or lighter, it doesn't really matter. Like, our living room was like blood red for 8 years. This year, we painted the two side walls, and there's not really a third wall because it just opens up into the next room, like a pale sage green. And the focus wall, we did 2 shades darker than that. And that's where we've got our TV mounted above the fireplace and so on and so forth. And we got rid of our couches. We brought in a sectional. We kept the carpet because it worked. But pretty much top to bottom, except for the curtains and the rug, everything was like new in there. And it was so nice to clean that room that day. And it's so liberating if you've got like a home theater set up, like taking it all apart and being able to rewire it nice and clean again the way you want it. I don't know, that's just one of my things. And so it's been nice to have that room. The only unfortunate thing was the sectional's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, so we didn't get to put it the way I wanted. So watching movies, most people have to look like that. Like that. It's not like I've got like 12-foot ceilings. That's something I would love. My dream house. Let's talk about my dream house. Because it's got some crazy shit in it, man. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, obviously, I would love to have an insane house with huge, like, auditorium rooms. We looked at a house in New Hampshire. Well, we didn't look at it. We looked at it online once, and it was a church. It was an old church that they were selling. But they had converted it to a house, but the auditorium was still there. Like, the room was like, what did they say? 50 by 30, and then it was vaulted ceilings, of course. I think it was like 20-foot ceilings or something like that. Like, I was like, and it had a stage and stuff. I was like, oh my God, that's like my dream house. Because if you ever had a band and you're practicing, clearly you're going to be practicing there because you can set up on stage and move around like you're going to move around on stage. And obviously, I'd put a trampoline right in that room, pad all the floors. It'd be like a fun gymnasium thing. Certainly, I'd be hanging like things to swing from the ceiling. I like swinging from things. Although I need to lose some damn weight. I need to get on that shit because everything I do exhausts me now. And I hate it. I'm really on a tangent right now. But yeah, I think if I had, like, you know, my dream house would just be an insane house. Like, technically, like when the kids get older and married and move away and we're all alone with our pets. I'm sure we'll have pets. There'll come a time where we'll seriously downgrade the house because I don't want to spend a lot of time in the house and I don't want a mortgage. I want one of these little houses, maybe a little bit bigger than a little house, maybe like 500 square feet or something, so that you can have like an open living room and dining room and kitchen area, and then you'd have one master bathroom and a bedroom, and that'd be about it. Just one level, you know, doesn't have to be huge. You could heat and cool it much cheaper. That's my dream house 20 years from now. When, well, let's see. Yeah, Griffin will be 24, so maybe not. Maybe 15, 16 years from now. It's scary to think that. I don't want to rush them, though. I hate, like Gwen. No, I don't hate Gwen, but like she's 16 now. She's going to be, you know, she's going on 17, 2 years left to high school. That's crazy to me. Like, I just wonder, like, if she'll actually do what she says. She's always saying she wants to move to either Los Angeles or New York. And we keep trying to tell her that it's really expensive to live in those areas unless you live in some pretty scary areas. And you should at least have a backup plan so that if things don't work out, you can at least get a job while you're trying to get a job in the other one. Like, become a, I don't know, something that doesn't take more than 4 or 6 years of college. Just get something under your belt so that you have some other knowledge out there. But, I mean, you're looking at 2, possibly 3 years at this point, you know, depending on, you know, or it could be forever. You're stuck with us. But I think about those things, and it's not a lot of things are far off, and things progress very quickly in your lives. If you don't have kids, I'm not saying you should have kids or shouldn't have kids. Personally, I think the world is overcrowded, and we need to cool it on the kids for a little while. But I love having kids, and I love not rushing things. But things go very fast. The minute you have kids, it's another thing to measure time by. Like, the more things in your life that you have to measure time by, the faster your life moves, I think. Like, I have to be to work at 3 o'clock. The graduation ceremony is this Sunday at 5. And going, obviously, onto the larger scale, having kids, it's like every birthday, which, if they're spread apart, like, Gwen's and Griffin's are together, so it's not quite as noticeable, but that makes that, like, my birthday is February 28th, 1975. Then Griffin's birthday is on the 5th of March, and Gwen's is on the 12th. And Grayson's is in June. But, like, that period of time from, like, I kid you not, from Halloween until probably Gwen's birthday, that amount of time flies by every year. October, well, let's say November, December, January, February, March. 5 months out of the year are like blazing fast because you're always planning for something. Our anniversary is in April. Mother's Day is in April or March some years, I think, or May. I think it's April or May. So you've got, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, which we always plan to do something, well, most years. Then you've got my birthday, Griffin's birthday, Gwen's birthday, Mother's Day, and our anniversary. So in that 5-month period, there's 9 events that occur that you're working towards the next one. So I don't know if this affects people the same way it affects me, but I notice that time flies so much faster in those months, which is sad because I hate when Christmas is rushed and Thanksgiving. Like, I love having lingering days, like where you're making ornaments or cookies, or maybe not. I'm not making cookies. I don't know how to cook or bake. I'm sure I could. It's probably very easy. I need to do that. That's what I will do this year. That's one of my goals. Bake more. So time. I think that's what I was talking about when I wrote a list down a while ago, just different things that popped into my head. And time moves faster. I noticed, for me, time really started to move fast after I got out of high school. Up to high school, from what I remember, things moved very slowly. Like, I hated school so much most of the time that I just wanted to get through it until the last, 2 years, and they were kind of fun. But after I got out of high school, until now, it's been lightning. I cannot believe it's been 20 years since I graduated high school. That's insane. 25 years. Isn't that silver anniversary? I think that's 5 years off. Aging doesn't terrify me or doesn't make me feel bad or anything like that. I wish we didn't have to age at all, you know what I mean? I wish there was some. Apparently drinking baby mouse blood will keep you young. That's gross. Can you mix it with something? Maybe make a drink or something? I don't know. But it is funny, and older people that I talk to say the same thing. They're like, it'll be gone before you know it. The kids will be out of the house and you'll be retiring, and then people start dying of old age, and that's it. That's depressing. That's why I want to slow down. I want to take a slow ride. I want to take it easy. You know what I mean? So if you guys have any suggestions on how you try to live more in the moment and stop, looking forward so much. Like I said in the video, if you go back and watch that video, living in the moment versus planning for the future. Or it might have been vice versa, planning for the future versus living in the moment. That's probably how I would have phrased it. I know me well enough. It touches on a lot of this, and it touches on how I try to every day, take every moment, not take every moment for granted. That's what I'm trying to say. It's so easy to do that. Some days, and these are typical days, and I hate it, but it just happens sometimes where you get up, and I have such a routine in the morning that it's already 10 o'clock before I know it. By the time I get up till 10 o'clock, I'm in constant motion, taking dogs outside, feeding children, getting homeschool stuff together for the day. Um, and then usually around 10, if I have to run out, I'll run out then and get stuff. Then I get back around 11, 11:30. Lunch is right around the corner, so you're doing lunch. After lunch, we do homeschool. Uh, and then I have to get in the shower by 3. So I usually will take a shower, come back down, do a little bit more work with Grayson, and then by 4:30, 4:45, I have to leave. Then I go to work until 8. I come home and I either put the kids down or I come in here and do this. But that's my whole day every day, except for days I don't have to work. And then after Carol gets home, they're so much nicer those nights that I don't have to go out to work. I mean, I like my job. I love where I work. If you've never been there and you're from Virginia and you're in the Lynchburg area, text me, call me, email me. Let me know, and we can go by the store and get something to eat or something. I don't know. But everybody should experience the store. And I'm trying to get Danny to go up to Boston sometime soon. Well, I've been trying for a few years for him to go meet Barry and Elliot Tatelman, because I want him to see what they did with like the Natick store. That's the Massachusetts one, right? I want them to know, like, I want him to see what's possible, because he's a dreamer like they were, and visionary. He has a vision for the store, but I think he thinks he's going to fail, or I think he thinks that some things aren't possible. But, they were very successful at what they did, and I was very fortunate enough to work for them for 4 years, I believe it was. I'd love to, if I ever happen to end up back in New England, I'd reapply there, because it's a sweet place. Yeah. So hang on to those moments, folks. Here's to a few more days. A few more days? That's not what I said. I'll look it up later. We'll call this one now. It's gone on longer than I expected. You guys have a great night. If you're liking these, subscribe to them, comment, like them, share them on your Facebook, your Twitter, your MySpace, your whatever. If you know anybody who might like them, just pass it along, see what they think. And tomorrow when you go out there, you know what to do. If you've been watching these, if you haven't been watching these, I sign off every video like this. I say, hey, don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. And I mean that. Like, I don't just say it. Like, I try to do everything in my power to make everyone I encounter smile, one way or another. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. But yeah, I think slowly things can get better if we just all start smiling and laughing and dancing and singing. I was born in the wrong generation. You realize this. I should have been born, in the 40s or early 50s and been a teen or a 20-year-old in the 60s. Well, you know what? What are you going to do? I'll build a time machine with all my free time and all my money. You guys have a great night. Let's make this world spin a little happier together, okay? I'll catch you on the next one. This is episode 54, The Road to 40. 55 will be coming up pretty soon. I'm still going to, my nightly shows, if I do a second or third one, there will be the first one, which is Canon, Legend, and the second two will be, just fun little videos. I don't want to do more than one a day unless it's ketchup, or mustard, but certainly ketchup, because I've got 21 to catch up on it if I want to have 365 official episodes. I could easily go back and rename ones, but I'm not going to do that, because I don't roll that way. I roll another way. Alright, have a great night. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for always watching these, and I appreciate everything you guys do to further the name of Block of Corn and the Road to 40 and Jason and 7 Star Designs and all the stuff. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a great night, and enjoy that wonderful spring weather.